That's a penalty to Hull. Prendeville. It's a fine touch. Hammers it over the roof. And Bridges to play the ball close to the halfway line. Coming up on the burst, Skerritt. Bridges, Stone. Stone wriggling away from one tackle. Crooks. Crooks still going. Out of a couple of tackles. Beautifully picked up by Harkin. Harkin to Skerritt. Skerritt's going to score.
Arthur, a great try. A lot of pressure on you in the last few minutes. Yeah, we'll come back strongly.
Yeah, well, we withstood the pressure. Unfortunately, we lost the first two balls we had. They've kept us under constant pressure, but that's good support play by Kevin Harkin, picking the forwards up, down in the rucks, and he finished it with a try.
Let's hope for you there's more of them.
Let's hope so.
Watch Lee Crooks, a master at finding a path where none seems certain. There he goes, number 12, taking the tackle. Good support play from Kevin Harkin, number 7. And who else but Trevor Skerritt, a prop forward, up in pursuit, up in support. A very important try, and the first time Hull have really been in possession in this game.
And Lee Crooks is wide. 5-0. Hull 5, Barrow 0. Just over the 25. Here's Crooks as Hull go looking for another score. This is only their second sustained attack. In their first one, they scored a try. Bridges going the other way. Crane, the long one to Luluai. Luluai out to Prendeville, who's in.
It's happened again.
Yeah, just a bit too easy, that. As I say, as long as we don't squander the ball, we'll give them a lot of problems. But if we keep squandering the ball and giving them possession, they're making us work as opposed to us making them. I think actual fact batter at the time a little bit too hard.
The crowd must be giving you a fantastic amount of support here.
Yeah, but it builds the opposition as well, you know. I mean, Barrow aren't used to playing in front of this, and we are. So I think it worked both ways.
Thanks, Arthur.
So simple and so professional. Switch to the short side, swift handling, James Luluai taking the tackle and working Prendeville over for a simple try, an easy try, but very professionally done.
No, he's missed it. So just that penalty to show for Lee Crooks. But 2 tries for Hull from Skerritt and Prendeville. Hull 8, Barrow 0. Herbert playing the ball. Lupton from Cairns inside to James. Cairns, Shivala. Held well and truly by the old firm of Skerritt and Stone, 2 of the hardest tacklers in the league. Herbert getting it out well to McConnell. McConnell keeping it going to Tickle. Steve Tickle feeling the full weight of Charlie Stone then. Cairns trying to wriggle away. Stone. Oh dear me. Trying to spear him. That could be a penalty, that, for spearing. So I think the referee is going to award a scrum.
Watch Charlie Stone, number 10, taking David Kearns here and effecting a sort of Cumbrian wrestling throw. Not a spear, really. If it's in one decisive movement, it's perfectly legitimate. He ups and overs, but it does look nasty for young David there.
Last, and Cairns has it quickly, going for the post. And he's in. No, it's a play the ball within a foot of the line, and the lost ball. So what an anticlimax for Barrow. 1 second they look as if they've scored, they lose the ball and then concede a penalty. Prendeville with the kick. Bridges. Skerritt. Bridges, Stone. Bridges. One interception. Les Wall, can he make a line? Yes. Now then, the touch judge is going to be consulted, and the try is awarded. Les Wall, an interception.
Union, but this is not quite what's meant by it. As Keith Bridges comes behind Charlie Stone to take that pass straight into Les Wall's hands. He's got the field in front of him and the pace just to get there. Despite number 2, Dane O'Hara's tackle, he manages to get the ball down for a shot try.
The kick wide, but Barrow deservedly on the score sheet. Hull 8, Barrow 3. Here's Harkin. Crane. Skerritt. Bridges to Stone. Crane, topless, works it with Crane, and short ball to Paul Rose to Crane, knocked down, anybody's ball at the moment, and a scrap. Paul Rose knocking on at the end of that. But here we have Hull only for the 3rd time within striking distance, and the first 2 times tries rule this one. Here's Topless. Topless going himself. He burst 2. David Topless.
I thought that early try from Barrow there was deserved, but you've come straight back.
Well, as I say, we once again, like we're squandering possession. We're not going above 3 tackles, and when we do go, if we did go, we'd cause them problems all the time. But that is one of David Topless' specials.
That's a fine try.
Oh, super! I mean, it looks as if the close is down. That you know, that's David Topless.
Well, how fragile this Barrow defence does look close to its own line, but it's splendidly taken by David Topless on the run around. Still got the pace of Yore to run through the tackles and over behind the post.
Crooks with an easier kick this time, almost in line with the post, and 20 yards out. Yes, no mistake this time. Hull 13, Barrow 3. Harkin, Stone, driving in towards the post to set up a move. Oh, played it to himself forward, so the touch judge flag goes up. Well, an interesting ruling, David Oxley, on that one.
Yes, well, they've gone to scrum because Charlie clearly didn't play the ball to himself in the accepted sense of the word. It went back, then he dragged it forward with his foot inadvertently and knocked on in the process as well. So the touch judge, all alert, gave the correct decision there in my view.
Mick Crane going himself to the post. Mick Crane's in straight from the scrum.
An opportunist try if ever there was one.
What can he say about that? Yeah, purely and simply opportunist time. You see, he's that sort of player, he's Mick. He does the unexpected, and that was unexpected.
But a pleasant surprise for you.
Nice surprise.
Always an elusive runner, Mick Crane, standing out of the scrum here. There he is, number 13. The dummy, too easily taken by Ralph McConnell, really. And Mick just stretches away under the post.
no mistake again. Hull 18, Barrow 3, and for all Barrow's bravery, for all their fighting spirit, they're being caned in this match, which finally and irrevocably clinches the championship for Hull. Cairns, Tickle, long kick. Beautifully fielded by Campbell. Gary Campbell, well followed and well tackled by Steve Tickle. As the hooter goes for the end of the first half in which Barrow fought with spirit but were outpaced and outgunned, as Hull go into the dressing room with a healthy 18 points to 3 lead. Welcome back to this festive atmosphere at the Boulevard. Barry Banks has joined the fray for Hull, and Steve Evans has gone off. Now, comments on the first half from David Oxley.
Hull completely in charge. The championship surely theirs. It really seems to be a matter of how many points they're going to win this game by. This may seem a bit hard on Barrow, who've had a good deal of possession and moved the ball willingly enough. But apart from some early pressure, which required two typical Gary Campbell tackles to save Hull's line, there's never been anywhere for the Barrow lads to go, whereas the brilliant Hull machine seems capable of scoring every time it gets within 30 yards or so of the Barrow line. And they back up so well, they move the ball so intelligently, they often quite bewilderingly and at great pace. It's hard to see how Barrow, or indeed any other team on this form, can contain the Hull side, who are surely going to be the champions of the First Division this season.
And one wonders what the message of Arthur Bunting was at half-time. He may well have said, look, you have a big crowd, the championship's yours, go in and entertain the crowd and score some more points. And Lee Crooks sitting there on the bench. So we'll have another look at the three-quarter lineup. Barry Banks is certainly in the three quarters. Mick Crane is standing out, and Steve Norton is on the field of play, so Hull have both their subs in action. Lupton, Whittle to Herbert, Shimala, and Norton in for his first tackle. Cairns moving it left, and a knock on by James. So there's Steve Norton. He was rested for the first spell, feeling twinges from a slight back injury, but Arthur Bunting putting all his men out. Lee Crooks and Steve Evans have gone off with slight injuries. It's Barrow possession with Cairns. Shimala, Tickle to Whittle, but Lulawai was waiting for him. Herbert. Whittle in the acting half-back position to Cairns. Oh, and a knock-on. Rather disconsolate and self-disgusted David Cairns. Penalty to Hull. And quickly taken. Crane, the long one, quickly out by Campbell to Banks. To O'Hara. And a good tackle by James. Prendeville's across there. Crane firing it out to Topless. And Topless, Quicksilver through a gap. Did you see the pace of that? What running by Topless. What a dummy. Is he going to give it? Yes. To Rose. Crane. Campbell. And behind O'Hara for but what a move that was. It was worth a try even if one didn't come.
Really, comments of purpose. Just watch this vintage, superb run from David Topless, throwing a little dummy, straightening up through the gap. There he goes. Defenders converging, they still can't hold him. A dummy here, audacious, cheeky, still keeping the ball moving across field. Paul Rose in on the act. Mick Crane round the player. Well taken and just fed out a little behind the support there by Gary Kemble. But vintage Hull and vintage David Topless.
And Henry Mason, a former graded referee, is taking over the yellow jersey. So Peter Massey retires injured, limping badly, with a big bandage on his left thigh. Could well be what the players suffer from, a hamstring injury. Kevin Harkin to feed. Play on, says Mr. Mason. Tickle. Whittle found a gap beautifully. What a good break by Andy Whittle. Good running. Splendid running by this centre. A superb effort, a brave effort by Whittle. Still Barrow keep it going. Lupton dummies himself, goes the other way. McConnell. Lupton. Cairns also going for the line. Opening those little legs there and still running, still moving it. Herbert. Shimala driving for the post. Just 5 yards out. Lupton to McConnell. Ralph McConnell 3 yards away. This is the 6th tackle. And over the line goes Wall, I think, for his 2nd try.
Simple enough try here for Les Wall, just going over the try from the acting half-back position. Trevor Skerritt there not able to hold him.
And the goal is kicked by Steve Tickle. Hull 18, Barrow 8. Les Wall's 2nd try of this game and 7th of the season. Steve Tickle's 69th place kick goal. Campbell. Moore. Cairns to Shimala, running strongly and tackled strongly by Skerritt. And the appeal has been answered. Mr. Massey's agony is over, and that may well be the man who was refereeing a schoolboys game earlier on. Penalty to Hull. And Prendeville finding touch. So Hull now haven't given their try-thirsty supporters a try so far in the 2nd half. Moving in through Crane, and there goes Rose. Rose charging through the tackles to Kemble, and Kemble's under the post.
Arthur, it seems every time you go one down, you pull one back.
Well, they're that sort of a team. You know, they do relax a little bit, and if somebody scores, it gets them back up that, I suppose. That's the reason. But we do that, you know, we tend to relax and come back. But we are trying to push the ball away from them.
It seems like the cup's yours, to be honest and blunt about it now.
I'm sure it is, yeah. I'm relaxed now.
This is the thing that hadn't been going too well for Hull earlier. Bringing Big Paul Rose from Mick Crane. There he goes, 13-11. But this time, Big Paul Rose takes the ball, keeps his head, finds Gary Kemble brilliantly up in support. And Gary has the pace and the sense, the positional sense, to round Steve Tickle for a fine try.
And Paul Prendeville taking over the kicking from Lee Crooks, who's in the dugout injured. He lands it. And Arthur Bunting now looking relaxed and smiling at last. come forming on the 25-yard line. Quick wheel, picked up by Crane to Harkin. Play on, says Mr. Mason. Banks. In. Oh, no. Tickle was alive to that, but it's kept moving by O'Hara. It's Crane going for the line. He keeps it moving. It's Norton who was quickly onto it. Stone, Hull moving left, topless. Luluai, Campbell. Campbell going himself for the line. Luluai in.
Oh, the Kiwis are flying. Watch for this magnificent interplay between the two Kiwis, Campbell and O'Hara. There, I beg your pardon, there's Gary Campbell going hard for the line, finding his colleague up in support from New Zealand, number 4, James Luluai, over for a try which surely clinches Hull as the Slalom Lager Championships for this current season, and worthy champions they surely are.
That's his 30th goal of the season. He knocks them over when Lee puts it around, and he smiles his thanks to the crowd. Herbert, James, and the reception committee of Topless and Harkin for Somali. McConnell. Cairns, Lupton, James. Cairns, David Cairns away. Oh, if he gets a try, he richly deserves it. David Cairns, and did he deserve that for all his work? And even the Hull spectators joining in the applause.
Well, how well little David Cairns, number 7, there he goes, deserves this try. Running as he always does, very dangerously from acting halfback. Lots of pace. He sees that line and there's no stopping him.
And that's his 70th goal. Harkin. Hull in search of another try. Bridges, Norton. Norton not allowed by Wall to release the ball, but the quick play the ball, Topless to Crane. Crane the long one to Banks. Banks to O'Hara. And the third New Zealander is in. Well planned.
Arthur, I said a couple of minutes ago that after Barrow scored their try, going by the fast reckoning, you'd score in about 3 minutes, and I think I was right to the second.
Have you got a crystal ball with you? Yeah, very close.
I reckon your cup literally must be overflowing now.
I think it is. I feel great.
Excellent.
Watch for this superb pass by number 14, the substitute Barry Banks, as he receives from Mick Crane. Number 13, the long ball, takes it well, and that's the timing of the pass that releases Dane O'Hara clear for the corner, number 2. A fine try.
Paul Prendeville. Dane O'Hara, 8 tries in 8 games now, 16 in all. Prendeville's kick fails, but it's only a statistic now. Hull 31, Barrow 30. Harkin to Norton.